What is up, horror hounds? We are back for I don't know how many videos. If you have seen this intro before, it's because you have seen this intro before. However, there are different movies that we're reviewing tonight than the ones that we did last time. But if this is your first time seeing this intro, that means it's the first round. I know I keep saying that we're going to try and make these more consistent, but we're probably not. That being said, let's go ahead, get this party started. Roast. First movie tonight is Influencer from 2023, and this is the one that Korri remembers the most. Which, honestly, I remember this movie now quite a bit as well. Do you want to start?
You start.
I started a while ago. I started this morning at 7.
Fine, I'll start.
All right.
Okay, so this young lady here is doing the social media influencer thing. You can tell by the look on her face that she's not particularly thrilled about it.
Yeah.
So she is on vacation by herself. She left her boyfriend at home, and she's doing this. And she meets this girl right here.
This is another Shudder movie, but that actually ended up not being a fucking shit sandwich.
You just said shit sandwich.
Where'd they print that? Where'd they print that? That's not real, is it?
Sorry, go ahead.
So she meets this girl right here, and she's kind of like, flirty, and I don't know, this girl drags her off to this island, off of the coast of wherever they are. I don't remember where they're at. Is it the Philippines?
I want to say it's somewhere in the Philippines.
We'll fact check that later.
We will.
So she's like, I want to take you somewhere really special. She they become best friends over the course of a couple days, and she drags her to this island, and she's like, they get drunk, and she's like, you're not gonna murder me out here, are you? And she's like, no, I'm gonna leave you.
I'm gonna leave you here.
And you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And she goes, you're gonna wake up the next morning, and all of your stuff is gonna be gone, and I will not be anywhere in sight. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, it was kind of fucked up. And then, so the girl that took her to the island ends up kind of basically deep faking
You're only a day away.
her social media shit. Remember that?
Into like oblivion, so that she's just like, I'm gonna take a break from social media.
Sorry
for a while.
guys, I gotta
Thanks,
go.
Followers. Love you, fam. It's pretty scary how legitimately possible it would be if you knew how to boat out to a random island by yourself.
I'm sorry!
So then her boyfriend comes looking for her, and she's staying at like his place or something. I can't remember whose place it is.
I think it was his place. And he's like, who the fuck are you? What are you doing here? Where's my girlfriend? And she's like,
I don't know. She just left and said that I could stay here.
Yeah, it's cool, right?
So they all start hanging out.
As she was trying to lure another lady into
she was trying to do the same thing with another. I don't even think it was like a journalist or something. She wasn't a journalist. She was like an author or something. She wasn't a social media influencer. She was somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, it was another lady, though.
It was another lady.
Yeah.
I can confirm that, yes. And then it becomes like, I don't know, for 20 or 30 minutes, it's like this kind of unlikely trio of 3 odd, people that you really have no business with each other.
Lots of shrugging.
Living in the same,
I don't know where she is.
Super weird, right?
Yeah. Did she not tell you that? Well, did you not see the post that she made?
Yeah, she found another boyfriend or something.
Blah, blah.
The ending of this movie is good.
Agreed.
Real good.
Yeah.
It's the happy ending everyone wanted. I mean, when it's done well. When it's done with a movie that you're enjoying, I think it's fine for a happy ending.
That's fair. It was fine. I had a fine time with it. Did you have a good time with it?
Yeah, I'd give it like a B-.
A B-?
Yeah, like a B- or a C+ maybe.
For being a Shudder film, I will agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give Shudder more of an opportunity. Because the last review that we did, I think, had 2 Shudder films in it.
You're as bad as like a label whore, you know that? Like, you don't need to even know who is producing it before. Why can't we just try to enjoy it?
Because that's not how this works. Would you recommend this movie?
Yes. If I ever remembered that we had watched it, I would. You guys should watch this movie.
Hey.
Would recommend.
All right.
8 out of 10 stars.
B-. Moving on to our next movie. I'm sure probably everyone who is subscribed or is a human being has heard of Cocaine Bear.
Good idea.
I know we didn't jump on the bandwagon to review it like everybody else did right off the bat because we waited patiently to watch this movie. There's not really a whole lot we can say about this movie other than, like, it's just a bear on cocaine.
I want some crack.
They took a lot of liberties with this movie.
With the true story aspect of it? Absolutely.
Yeah, it's very loosely based on a true story. I think the true story was that the bear just did a bunch of cocaine and died of an overdose. I don't think anything cool happened at all. I think it was awful, actually. But I might be wrong. I don't know.
Well, they wouldn't have made a movie about it if that's a boring fucking story. Like,
well, I also don't
we
think
found a bear coked out of his mind in the middle of the woods, and he's dead.
Well, I think maybe it was one of those instances where they're like, oh, wouldn't it have been funny if he didn't die, and, like, hilarity would have ensued instead? Like, what if he hadn't died? Like, maybe it was one of those kinds of movies. Donkey Kong, remember?
What?
Did you ever hear that story?
No.
The guy who invented Donkey Kong, he was stuck in, like, a traffic accident because some construction worker had died on site, and he was like, it'd be
From a barrel?
No, but that's what he thought. That's why he made up Donkey Kong, and he's like, it'd be a lot more interesting if he had died from a monkey attack.
Rather than a barrel?
I don't know. I can't verify any of this. I think I read it in a meme like 7 years ago, so I can't really say that it's true.
Okay.
But, you know, it could be.
I mean, that's fair. There's not really a whole lot to talk about this movie other than it was exactly everything that I had hoped that it would be, because when the trailer came out, I was like, there's no fucking way that this is going to get a wide release. And then it did. Because it's preposterous. But I thought it was very entertaining.
I think I heard about Cocaine Bear around the same time I heard about the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, so it's kind of weird.
Well, people be making bear movies.
Yeah, man.
Didn't this have...
Can't get enough of those
Oh,
bears.
this didn't have the dude from Future Man in it.
Why is there a gun on the...
Inspired. I believe this was Ray Liotta's last film, if I remember correctly, and it's a good way to go out, I guess. So if you don't know about Cocaine Bear, the loosely based true events story is this drug cartel guy is in trouble on an airplane and ends up throwing all of the cocaine that he has on the plane out of the plane into the middle of the woods as the plane is like going down, and then a bear finds it and just does a bunch of cocaine, which doesn't really make that much sense.
And then it turns into like a geocache to find the rest of the like the cocaine between the bear and like the drug cartel. And I think, like, the police, too, that are chasing the drug cartel.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
I don't know. It's hard to know who to root for in this movie.
I'm not really sure why that bear would be driven to ingest any of the cocaine.
I also feel like since they decided to make the cocaine bear a mother, that she would have been less likely to, like, form that habit.
Do
That
drugs.
might be a sexist thing to say, but it's just what I feel. Yeah, you know, like, she has cubs at home, you know, that she's got to take care of, and, like, eating half a kilo of cocaine is pretty irresponsible.
And I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho.
Probably not that much.
Maybe it's because the bricks looked like picnic baskets.
I'm smarter than the average bear.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's gotta be it.
Bears love picnic
Yeah.
baskets.
And those cubs probably weren't her babies. They were probably just like her distant nephews.
He finally got off the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that what Boo Boo was?
I think
a
so.
nephew?
So, in this story of Cocaine Bear, there's drug cartel wandering around looking for the cocaine. There's cops
Drop the gun. You are under arrest.
looking for the cocaine and the drug cartel. And then there's this lady who is also looking for her daughter,
If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it.
who went missing in the woods around the same time that there were reports of a bear being on cocaine. Usually when you get a mainstream release like this, there's not a whole lot of gore anymore, because like everybody loves ghosts
Something strange.
instead of good shit.
Was that a direct attack against me?
Yeah, absolutely. There was plenty of violence in this movie, it's absurd. Which it's supposed to be, because you don't title a movie Cocaine Bear without expecting to see some dumb, crazy bullshit. What?
I don't understand in movies where there's such a sense of urgency to get away that you don't have time to close the door. In a Dark Souls game, I can understand. But when you're fleeing from a bear and you're in an ambulance and you're a trained, like, EMT, close those doors. This whole thing wouldn't have happened if they'd closed those doors. I don't know, that's irritating, isn't it? Plus it just seems like a natural instinct, you know, to put as many barriers between you and the bear as possible, you know?
You don't want your patient to like slide out the back either, right?
They don't seem to be too worried about that either way.
Cocaine Bear was exactly what I wanted Cocaine Bear to be, which was over the top and ridiculous. Yep, I liked it. How did you fare?
I thought it was super dumb. I thought it was a dumb movie. It was funny, but it was dumb. That's really my only takeaway. It was a dumb movie. There was nothing.
It's called Cocaine
Well,
Bear.
I know, but it's like, I don't know why, but it wasn't as dumb as it I guess, should have been, in the vein of, like, Sharknado dumb.
Come in, flight 209. 209.
You know, or Crocagator, or any of that stuff.
This was absolutely that dumb.
Except it had a much bigger budget. And, like, I don't know.
Well, right.
There was something about it that I just wasn't that wild about, I guess. It was okay. I mean, it was everything you would come to expect from Cocaine Bear, I guess. I don't know. But more than what really happened, you know? I feel like it kind of maybe dishonors, like, the integrity of the real bear that died.
Kind of like Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Damn!
I mean... I didn't say that. I was making jokes about bears, but those are...
Those are people!
Those are people. We don't do that on this
What
channel.
about the bear?
We're not mean to people on this channel.
No, we're never mean to people
That's
on this
right.
channel. I mean, if you haven't seen Cocaine Bear, I think you should. You probably should.
You don't need to. If you hear the title, you will know exactly what the movie is.
Just, you know, just get really high and watch this movie.
It didn't make it
Not
better.
on cocaine.
Not on cocaine.
Not on cocaine.
On life.
On life, yeah. Get really high on life and then watch Cocaine Bear. I don't know. I recommend it, but it was dumb. In the good way. It was dumb in the good way.
Yes!
Thank you guys so much for watching and making it all the way through. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave us a comment about anything. Just so that we know that somebody's making it all the way through other than us.
Thanks, Jimmy, for your comment.
Yes, Jimmy, thank you very much for your comment, even though you don't like horror movies.
Well, don't watch this one.
Yeah, don't watch this one. It was terrible. All right, I think that's it. So that means we will see you guys in the future. I should probably stop saying that kind of shit so that way I don't have to cut anything out.
I mean, I think it's interesting. You know, it makes her distinguished, and I think it's really, really cool that they hired her. You know, that's not gonna work. Let's see here. How do I phrase this? No, I got nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nope, skip.
Yeah, what do you mean no makeup?
Skip.
Skip.
Edit. I don't know. Maybe. What? It's raining?
No.
Oh.
I just wondered how much a half a kilo of cocaine was.
I don't have that answer.
I think they made him a nephew because, like, they didn't want kids to think about Yogi Bear having sex.
Oh, man.
Do you think so? Why do you think they made it a nephew instead? That's weird.
I wish you wouldn't do that.
What?
I guess.
Oh, now you're gonna have to pull up all kinds of references.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible. Are you?
Ghost movies are interesting.
Do you need to go to a safe space?
Well, I'm just saying, if they had honored the true story and Cocaine Bear was about the ghost of the dead bear that had OD'd on cocaine,
God.
it probably would have been even better.
The dead ghost of the bear that OD'd on cocaine?
Yeah.
Maybe you should just write horror movies.